up, guys? It's your host, Derrick Thomas here. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I want to take the time to appreciate every single one of you guys for liking and subscribing to the channel. I couldn't have done this without you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. But today's video, we are going to be covering another romance scam. It baffles me that people still get romantically scammed online thinking that they're in love. It's either with a celebrity or with somebody that's completely out of their league.
Stuff. I was like, he seems pretty good looking and he seems just cool. Just the vibe, the energy that, he was giving off.
This woman wants to know if her internet boyfriend is a liar.
I do have feelings for him. I definitely have love for him for sure. Like I said, it's just like his vibe and his energy. He's never been disrespectful to me. We talk every day. He was falling for me and that he definitely loves me. He was like, I would love to, tour the world with you or what have you. I was like, oh, that would be cool, right?
He claims to be stuck in Africa and needs $32,000 to get back to the United States.
So he's stuck in Africa and he needs $32,000 to get back to the United States. I wonder if he's from Nigeria because they do a lot of scams in Nigeria. Probably some 12-year-old kid sitting in front of a computer in Nigeria trying to scam this old ass lady out of all of her life savings.
It's a piece of jewelry that he says was left to a boy in the orphanage that he has in Ghana. Diamond necklace that's holding this emerald, this big emerald up. There's a fee, there's a tax on the jewelry, because of, him inheriting it or whatever. He says 32,000 is what he says, about 32,000.
Join us as we uncover the truth about Faye's online romance.
In my core, I'm not even gonna lie to you, in my core, there's just something that I can't shake when it comes to him in terms of, me thinking that it might actually be him. Hi, Scamfish. My name is Fayola, and I am a teacher. In my free time, I do like to dance. I am a single mom. Being a parent is never an easy job, right? It's always challenging, especially with a teenager. But I love my daughter more than anything in the world. And, we have a great relationship. I want to be the best role model that I can be for her. Honestly, I have not been very lucky in my life when it comes to men and relationships. Honestly, I think most of it was me choosing the wrong partner. I was kind of waiting for her dad. We dated on and off for a few years, and he just was never, serious about it. He just was playing games.
I mean, but he's serious enough to have a child with you. So, I mean,
On raising her daughter. When she finally cut things off with her ex-boyfriend is when her online journey began.
A lot of my girlfriends, they were recommending the online dating. Meeting people in person didn't seem to be something that was favoring me. So I said, let me try something different. And so I've tried OkCupid, and I've had a little bit of success there. I received a message on Instagram. It just kind of popped up on my phone. It said Leon Gray with a line. And when I opened it, it said private account or something to that effect. So anyway, I read the message. The message was basically, hello, gorgeous fan. Excuse me for trying to get to know you privately. But, I just wanted to say thank you for supporting me throughout the years and something like God bless. And, that was it. And then I responded and I'm like, hello, Mr. Gray. And then he asked me, how long are you following me? And I just was like, well, I don't really use Instagram. Your reel popped up and I just checked your, account out and I was intrigued. You have very positive energy and your voice is very calming. I think it's something to that effect. And then the conversation just continued from there. I'm going to be honest. I usually I'm not attracted to men that have locks, right? Ever. I'm never, no matter how nice they look. Really what attracted me when I first opened up his reel was the scenery. I knew it had to be an island and it probably was, Jamaica or Grenada, one of these places. My family's from Trinidad, so that appealed to me.
You fell for this guy that looks like Omarion because of the scenery in the background. You were hoping that he was going to buy you a ticket and you guys were going to spend the rest of your life in Jamaica. I can't make this up.
Inviting and, I saw him from the side. I didn't see him from the front. And so that's when I was like, let me go ahead and check his account out, right? Because I was just curious now. And then I started looking at other reels and I was like, oh, wow, he's pretty good looking. And he seems just cool. Just the vibe, the energy that, he was giving off. And then I just kept looking at stuff. So he's a public figure out of London. He's been in like Essence magazine. Like he used to model, and he's just kind of creating content at this point. There's a really beautiful song that he made called "Ticket for Your Love." It looks like he's making a whole lot of music now to, I guess, create an album at this point. He told me he was born and raised in Jamaica, came to the States.
Faye was not a fan of Leon Gray before he reached out to her. He sent the first message through this Instagram account and claimed his management didn't allow him access to his main account. The two built a connection through texting, but never spoke on the phone or video chatted.
So he reached out to you through Instagram, claiming that his management won't allow him on his main account, which should be one red flag. Zero pictures, zero followers, and he claims to be as famous as he is? Come on, man. I really can't make this up. And he says he's from Jamaica. So why would he need $32,000 to leave Africa to get back to the United States?
Things that he said was like, you seem very different, because he was just saying his fans are, they act silly. They send him like, nudes and stuff, and they act naughty. And, I guess they feel like that's what he is because that's what he portrays, but that's not really what, he's about in real life or whatever. And I understand, I get it. One of the things that I said to him earlier on when we first started talking is that I would love to travel the world because I don't get to travel often. And that's something that I would love to do. He was like, I would love to, tour the world with you or what have you. And I was like, oh, that would be cool, right? Just maybe going to Jamaica with him. That's where he's from and he loves, his hometown. He will check in with me during the day. Like he'll first thing in the morning between like 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning and just say good morning. And then throughout the day, maybe once, maybe twice, he'll be like, what's going on? How you doing? And then in the evening is when we'll, have more conversation about whatever. I did give him my address. I can't remember if I gave him my apartment number, but I did give him my address and he ended up sending 2 wine bottles. And, I picked it up and I had some of the wine actually. It was pretty good.
So you gave this random Jamaican African man that looks like Omarion that makes music your address and you can't even remember if you gave him the apartment number. I mean, she had to give him her apartment number because he sent 2 bottles of wine. Scam is real. These scammers would go to the extent on sending you wine so you can send them $32,000.
We reconnected back on Google Chat. I do have feelings for him. I definitely have love for him for sure. Like I said, it's just like his vibe and his energy. He's never been disrespectful to me. We talk every day, but I do love the conversation. I like, talking to him. I'm not going to lie, He always says that he's seen me in his dream, is what he says. He's seen me in his dreams. He feels like the connection was more of a spiritual one versus just, him seeing me and thinking that I'm pretty or what have you. Of course, that he was falling for me and that he definitely loves me. It's not a superficial, if you want to say that, type of connection. It's more of a spiritual type of connection. He always sounds like he has plans for the future for us.
Yes, he definitely has plans for the future for both of you guys. Plans on draining your whole 401k, your life savings, bank accounts. He definitely has plans in the future for you.
Baby girl. I kind of called him out and I was like, so you're like catfishing me? Like, that's just not like, what's up? But that's not cool. And so I told him in the Instagram app, I was like, why would you, like say something like that? And you have like, this video on there. And he was like, wow, I'm really surprised that you would think that way because I told you, I feel like you're different. I'm not lying about who I am. That's your opinion. That's not true. And then he was saying that the little girl is his brother's daughter. And, he just takes her like as his, like how I do with my niece. Honestly, I felt a little stupid. I'm not gonna lie.
You shouldn't feel a little stupid. You should feel fully stupid.
They would meet up in person. He told her that he was in Africa, and before he left, he would need her to help him move a piece of jewelry to the United States.
So this man is trafficking vibranium from Africa. He wants you to traffic vibranium or some necklace that clearly you could probably find the image on Google. He wants you to transport it from Africa. Sounds like he wants you to transport a little bit more than a necklace. A little bit of that African, if you know what I mean.
And it's like a diamond necklace that's holding this emerald,
Oh,
this
God.
big emerald up. and the father passed away, I guess, and all these things were left to the boy. But the boy is young, so the person that is in charge would be the person that would have to deal with it. So he's like, don't tell anybody or whatever. This is, I'm not even telling my management team. He was like, let me send it to your email so that you can look at it. And when he sent it, at first it was like something about he had to have a change of ownership going on, and then he was like, and I just need a little support that he didn't ask his mom, but he borrowed money from her. He doesn't want to go through his management account because he doesn't want to signal them. And so he never said like a dollar amount. He just was looking for support. So when I said to him, because I told him I needed time to think and just kind of breathe, I was like, this is a bit much. This is like out of nowhere. Like, what's the deal?
And he's supposed to be a recording artist, and he's asking some random school teacher for $32,000 so he can get ownership of this necklace that he found on Google Images. Bro, I really can't make this up. Like these scammers are making so much money, it's making me want to start scamming. I should start a relationship scam business. I'm just playing with you guys. Let's continue.
That you know anything about it, but you are in my life and I feel like you should know, and I just wanted to see if I could get a little support from you. What do you mean by support? He was like, well, there's a fee, there's a tax on the jewelry, because of him inheriting it or whatever. He says 32,000 is what he says, about 32,000. And I was like, that's a lot of money. But he didn't ask me to give him 32,000. He was just whatever I can, give him out of that. And I was just like, well, at one point he even was like, maybe we should just do a payment plan. And I was like, I'm just curious, how much money are you even talking about?
So this man wants to get her on a payment plan. What the hell is he a debt collector? He wants her to get on a payment plan so he could afford this necklace. Some people aren't that smart when they hop online.
The tax fee is about 32 grand because the jewelry is about 15 million, worth 15 million or something. That's what it became, right? Like he wants to have this taken care of so that he could get out of the management. Like he doesn't want to really, I don't think he wants to really do what he's doing, I guess, anymore. He was like, once he gets the funding up for that he wants to be able to use the money, I guess, from the jewelry, if he sells it, to be able to give us the best life possible. That it's nice. It's a nice gesture, and I tell him this all the time. Like, it's cool. And I even told him when he asked me for support, I was like, I need to see you. Like, I need to know that I'm speaking to you. He can't because it's restricted, and I guess he just doesn't want to mess up his career if God forbid something bad happens between us. And he doesn't ask me for money any other time. Like, it's just for this particular situation. But I don't know, but still there's a part of me that's like, it could actually be this guy. Like, what if he's a public figure and that's what he's doing, right? Because I've seen other public figures ask for financial support too. They just they've done it on Instagram, like they've done it with their fans. So I'm like, I don't know. So one thing about me is I don't like to impose. I don't really try to ask him too much questions. I don't want to make it seem like I'm with him because he's a public figure or anything to that effect, or I don't want to make it seem like I'm being nosy and trying to mind his business. I know recently he was in Barbados filming content with his management team, but he may be back in the UK now. So I try my best to kind of find ways to be able to ask information to find out what I can find out. This was recently. I was like, I'm just curious, like, where's the orphanage? And he was like, in Ghana, because I started digging myself, right, and trying to find information. And I noticed all of this stuff, all of the documents, the information on it is linked to Ghana. Like when I started digging, it's linked to Ghana.
This man is a top tier scammer. Everything that he's saying and everything that he's doing, he made sure that the necklace is linked to Ghana. He's a top tier scammer. Like, bro, you really can't make this up.
Something that I don't know, I can't shake when it comes to him in terms of, me thinking that it might actually be him. But like I said, you never know.
All right, Seekers, we had some information to pull to help debunk this internet relationship. Faye was able to provide us with this photo of the necklace he needed her to help him get back from the United States, this document that claimed he inherited the necklace, and searched the company that was listed. We quickly found out that this company's website was riddled with grammatical errors and broken buttons. Faye also sent us the Instagram and email she would use to converse with Leon, along with several photos she received from him. A few days later, it was time to sit down with Faye and let her know everything that we had found.
Hey Faye, how's it going?
Hi, I'm doing all right.
So, how are things with you and Leon?
I started a conversation with him about me feeling uncomfortable, not meeting him, seeing him on the video chatting or in person.
So how has it been waiting for answers from us?
I mean, it was a little nerve-wracking at first. I just prayed about it, just waiting to find out, what you guys found out.
I don't understand why she would need outside source and help to figure out if this guy is catfishing her. This dude looks like a supermodel. I'm not saying that normal people can't get with supermodels, but you have to be realistic. He's asking you for money off the rip. And this dude's talking about this necklace costs $15 million and he only needs $32,000 from you? That sounds like a scam to me. This teacher should not be online.
Consistency. His story always is the same. It doesn't change. Like nothing ever changes. He's very respectful, where he never gets angry with me. He's always very calm, even when I come at him sideways. But, I don't know, once you meet the person in person, because I wouldn't bring my daughter to that initial meeting, if that was to happen, because I want to know, right? I want to be able to, as they say, vet the person in person. He would always ask about her. He'd be like, how's she doing? He knows the backstory with her and her dad. So I think he relates to it a lot because I guess his dad wasn't there in his life. So
Faye, why not push for a video chat or a phone call with him?
So I have. Literally, we kind of had this conversation yesterday. I was going to pretty much make that ultimatum and just honestly probably end up, unfortunately, ghosting him.
Is he still asking you for money?
Yes, it's always about the support or the funds for, that situation. It's not like an everyday thing, him wanting me to support him with, any kind of money. He just was, like, trust me and trust. I'm like, I know you want me to trust you, but I'm not doing that if I don't know that I'm actually talking to you,
So we looked into the Instagram that you used to communicate with him, and it only has 2 followers.
Right. Yes.
Which I don't understand. Why didn't she see that as a red flag? This dude is supposed to be a recording music artist that's trying to get famous. He doesn't even have a profile photo. And he looks like Omarion.
Possibly, I don't know, that, maybe another account was created to be able to communicate with other people, fans, whomever, because, they may not want to necessarily do it from the public account. Because like I said, I'm not like this huge Instagram user. I don't know if you guys sort of looked at my account, but I don't post much stuff. I don't, I just don't.
The will document he sent you. We noticed that there was a website on that document for a law firm called Lexfield Partners.
Okay.
We ran searches on that website, and that stood out to us about this website was that it had extremely poor grammar.
Let me just read to you. So it says, we do excellent job with over our years of legal practice. The brand we have created stands credibly among the leading law firms in Ghana.
Yeah, this is definitely some Canadian 12-year-old online trying to scam this lady out of thousands of dollars through a necklace story.
Stand clients' needs. A lot of grammatical errors.
Right.
Just those 3 sentences.
All right. So it could be some type of knockoff.
If this is a legitimate website, they're not going to have bad grammar. They're not going to have broken buttons. They're going to have a contact page. This website had none of that, Faye.
Okay. All right. So that's the first thing. That's not. Okay. Got it.
So we tried to verify the law firm, and we found that Lexfield Partners doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So you're mouthing the answers already.
Well, because like I told you, you just, I guess a common sense part or a logical part of you, the rational part of you is like, I don't use Instagram much, but so you want to tread cautiously because it's still online. You know what I mean? So yeah. So okay. So did you guys find any other interesting information?
Yes. So
Okay.
we took there's a man on the website, and he's the
Mhm.
attorney. He has an image there as you click into the website. We
Okay.
found that the image was taken from a man named Donald. He does practice law, but he works for a firm in North Carolina.
Okay. Interesting.
So not in Ghana.
That's weird. Yeah, that's weird.
You can see the hurt, you can see the pain, and you can see the guilt. She really fell for this guy, thinking that they were gonna have a relationship. I really can't make this up.
Just a lot of lies on the whole
Yeah.
website.
Right. Yeah, of course.
The whole business is fake and the website as well. Why would he send you a fake document with a fake website on it?
He's probably, I mean, he's trying to obviously make it or stage it to make it look like it's real stuff, I guess.
So the next thing we looked into was the picture of the gemstone he sent you.
Yep.
So it's cool looking gemstone. It looks like it's out of like Indiana Jones or something like that.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I'm not big. I don't know. I don't, again, as you guys can see, I don't wear a whole lot of jewelry. So I'm not like a fine jewelry person or anything like that. But again, it just all looks sketchy.
The money that he was asking for, it was $30,000 or
He said 32,000 for the taxes to pay on this jewelry. Right. But I'm thinking if it happened to be him, then maybe he's just a starving artist and he needs, money to pay for his record, whatever, like to, get his records off the ground or whatever it is.
We ran an image search on the gemstone. Actually found the same exact picture on Pinterest.
He downloaded it and then sent it to you.
Didn't I call that? He probably took that image from Google search. You gotta give him credit. He set up the fake website for her to go on. He made sure that he was very accurate and very precise on his scam.
Well, that all makes sense.
The real Leon Gray, this man in these photos, that's his name, but he has nothing to do with this. Everything that he told you, and every document, website, lawyer, it was all fake.
I just needed to confirm that. Now I know, and I know I can move forward.
It's kind of good that you didn't send that $30,000.
Yeah. Oh, for all I know, you could be like a 600-pound, amputee psycho on the other end. I don't know. It's not that an issue really so much about, the way the person necessarily looks, but it's the deception that's not cool.
As far as Leon Gray's accounts go, we were able to verify that he has an Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and a website.
Right.
But they're all verified, tens of thousands of followers. And if you're not communicating with these sites or these social media accounts, it's not the real him.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. They don't have the little blue mark, or they weren't verified, and I was like, I don't know. So, but now I know.
This man had no profile picture and 2 followers. You were one of his followers.
I'm 100% grateful and thankful that you guys were able to, do such a thorough investigation and, find out, confirm for me, that I'm not speaking to this guy. Because and all job that you guys did, it was pretty awesome. It's good to be able to just like look past it and just move forward, So hopefully, I end up crossing paths with someone that is real, face to face, whether it be online until we can meet or, in person. That would be cool.
She should just honestly just stay offline and just focus on raising her daughter. Everybody needs love. And, nowadays, most people are finding relationships online. But if you're getting scammed so easily, you should just stay offline.
Very much for coming up here and being so brave.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
The following day, Faye went and blocked the fake Leon profile. The real man in these photos has nothing to do with this scam. His images and likeness was stolen to get Faye to send money.
Well, guys, that was a great video. Don't get scammed. Try to avoid sending anybody money, especially through Cashapp. Anyway, please like, comment, share. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's your host, Derrick Thomas. Peace. And you're in love with him? you haven't met him a day in your life,